Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Refs World. Today we are reffing Heavy Hitters FC versus Alexandra Knights again. So this is my third time reffing Alexandra Knights. A bit of a different start. This is my first time doing this. I've had to get to the ground over an hour early to check the pitch because last night and this morning it was raining heavily. So as you know, a lot of Sunday League teams play on grass. It's not kept the best like Premier League clubs keep it. So I've had to come early and check it. The pitch doesn't look too bad. It's definitely playable because there's teams on another pitch playing the game already, so it's definitely going to go ahead. But there's problems like the goal line, which I'll show you now. Just like that, you can see there's massive puddles. So as you saw there, massive puddles in the goal mouth. But other than that, the pitch is fine. Bit wet, bit damp. I don't know if we're going to play on this one just because of that puddle, but I definitely know there's a pitch to the left of me, which two teams are playing on, like I said. So if not, we'll definitely use that one, but that one's going to be cut up. So the pitch standard won't be great over there. This one, at least no one's played on it yet. So the grass will last for about 20 minutes before it gets cut up and it's just mud. As you can hear, it's very windy as well. So it's going to be a difficult game for both teams. Spoke to the Heavy Hitters manager and a few of their players. They seem quite nice. Haven't started off the best. I think they're sitting second from bottom, but as you know, I'll post the table right there. And Alexandra Knights, as you know as well, good team, drew with the Bandits and then beat Panda 5-4 as well. So it's going to be an interesting game. I don't think it'll be as easy as the league table shows. Looking forward to it. I'm glad the game's gone ahead because my one earlier got cancelled. So glad this one's gone ahead. And also quickly yesterday, my second observation went really well. Again, had a lot of positive feedback from the observer. Minor things to deal with. Again, my arm signals. Just keep it straight when I'm giving a throw in, so it doesn't look like I'm giving a corner, he said. And didn't get it on camera, but I gave my first red card yesterday. Dogso denying obvious goal scoring opportunity. Just on the edge of the box. Player was through on goal, and centre back came across behind him and tripped him. So nervous. I gave myself a minute thinking time. I set up the wall, set the ball up, and then pulled the player over, sent him off. He was claiming before that the player was offside, but on the first phase of play, the striker was offside. He headed it, but the striker didn't move, so he wasn't interfering at all. Then the centre-back headed it. Second phase of play, he came back on side. They were tussling. He got in front of the centre-back. I think it hit him like on the arm here, but because they was tussling so much, he couldn't do anything about it. Was through on goal, got tripped up, and yeah, first red card. So that was interesting. The observer didn't think I was going to give it just because I gave myself thinking time, but I did. He said I done really well, and again, he said fitness, amazing. So glad to hear it. Looking forward to this game. I hope you enjoy the first half, and we'll see you at half time. And Dimitri, what was your name, sir?
Vince.
Vince? Mind me of your name?
Torren.
Torren. Guys, league game. Just quickly how I like to ref. I've reffed these guys a few games before, so they know how I like to ref. I don't mind a bit of pushing and pulling. Yeah, so don't expect anything soft. Don't do too extreme with it. If you're just pushing it back and the ball's not even near you, I'm going to give it. I like letting the game flow. Don't like whistle, whistle, whistle. So if you're fouled, give me a few seconds, just seeing if there's an advantage. If not, I'm going to bring it back. Could be 5 seconds, could be 2 seconds. To my discretion. Don't mind anyone talking to me. Talk. Don't have to be you. Don't have to be you. Okay. Your whole team is fine. I'm honestly not fussed. Just talk to me and I'll explain whatever they want to ask. You're the away team.
Yeah, we're the away team.
Heads or tails? This is tails too.
I'll say tails.
It's tails, so you get to choose kick or sides.
Oh, we're kicking it.
Kick, you get to choose sides. Happy with this one? Yeah. Have a good one. Cap, have a good one. And as you can see, I'm calling the lines, so expect a few close calls today. It was fine, it slipped out of his hand, it was okay. Huh? No, I think it was fine. And it's 1-0 to Heavy Hitters. A long throw in here, not dealt with by that player. Good header, great save, but the player gets the rebound and it's 1-0 to Heavy Hitters. Nothing there, get on with it. Still on, no. No! No! He's come from behind. No, he's not. No, he's not off. Regardless if the ball's gone forward, doesn't mean he's offside. The ball's gone forward. The ball's gone forward. He's not offside.
The guy's already in front of me and everyone else.
Just like that, it's 1-1 and a controversial offside call. Let's take a look. Is he offside? I'll be honest, from this angle, obviously it's not the best, but he doesn't look offside. It does look like the 6 is playing him on, the one who's trying to defend the ball from the 10. And then, as you can see, it's played across and he latches onto it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. 1-1.
Ball! He's definitely fine. He got the ball.
And it's 2-1 to Knights. Let's take another look at that goal. Was it a foul? Great knock here by the centre-back. The number 10 is definitely onside. Great pass, like I said. Was it a foul here? 5 misses the ball. He touches it slightly with his foot. It's not enough for a foul. I don't think the 10 touched him. He's still got a lot to do here. Great finish by him under the keeper. 2-1 to Alexandra Knights. And at this point, there was a bad injury for that number 5. You heard from the screams. He was carried off in the end, off the pitch, and the paramedics actually came. He done some ligament damage. I spoke to him after the match. I wish this player speedy recovery.
Yeah, straight away. But he slipped and I can't, unless the striker unless the striker kicks it out, I honestly can't do anything. I would have done it as well. No, he didn't. It hit the crossbar and went over. It hit the crossbar. It hit the crossbar. No, it hit the crossbar. He hasn't touched it. Don't touch the ball. If he says it to his own player, you can. Yes, you can. Says it to his own player, you can.
Let me just jump in real quick and answer your question. And the myth in football, can you shout leave it in football or mine? Yes, you can is the answer. Let me explain to you when and when you can't. You can shout leave it in football when you're not in the area of an opponent and you're shouting it to your own teammate. This is 100% allowed. You're not putting off your opponent. You're putting off your own teammate or communicating with him by shouting leave it to him. As long as you're not putting off an opponent when you're doing it. So my example is probably not the best just because an opponent was there, but he wasn't really putting him off. He was just communicating with his teammate. You can shout leave it. If you're shouting it at an opponent to leave the ball, then you can't shout that. That's unsportsmanlike conduct and will probably result in a yellow card. Yes, I went through my whole childhood and football career thinking you couldn't shout leave it until I done my referee course. So I hope you've learned something new today, that you can shout leave it in football only at certain times. So don't go around screaming it at opponents, only to your players and not when you're near opposition players.
No, no, no! He's just bounced up, no! No!
Let's take another look at this handball shout. For me, it wasn't deliberate, it was accidental. He wasn't making his body unnaturally bigger. You can see here he's nudged in the back as well and it just bounces up and hits him accidentally on the arm. His arms aren't spread out. It's definitely not a penalty for me. Let me know what you think about that one.
Advantage! Yes, yes, yes. Definitely offside. Definitely onside. Definitely onside.
And it's 2-2. Let's take another look at that goal. Great pass. Didn't even have to break his stride. And a great finish nearly in the top corner. Heavy hitters equalises 2-2.
He's moving forward. He's moving forward. Be quiet. They haven't. He moved back. He moved back. He moved back. He moved back after you got the ball. He moved back onto the line after the pass.
And that's the half-time whistle. It's 2-2 in this game between the heavy hitters and Alexandra Knights. You would not think that heavy hitters are sitting second from bottom and Alexandra Knights are second. You would not think that. They're so evenly matched. Let's just jump into a few key decisions. Alexandra Knights' first goal. Did you think that was offside? Obviously not the best camera angle, but from my angle and watching it back, I still don't think it was offside. I still think it was a good call not to give offside and allow the goal. Also, the penalty shout that hit the Alexandra Knights player underneath his arm, around the armpit area. Did you think that was a penalty? Would you have given that? For me, it's accidental. He was nudged in the back as well. His body wasn't unnaturally bigger from it. He was just off balance. So no penalty for me. Some of the heavy hitters players was complaining that refs gave that in two previous games. So that's why they was a bit upset about that penalty call not being given for them. Other than that, I think it's been a great game. I think I'm refereeing really well. 1 or 2 decisions with the offsides. Again, not the best because I'm not in the best position to give it. But other than that, I think it's been a great game. I hope you enjoyed that first half. I hope you think I'm doing well in this first half with my refereeing. And we'll see you at full time.
Ball there, and it's goal. Yeah, heavy. It's come off his foot. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Gone. Oh, no. Where's the ball? There's 10 people in my way, I can't see. There's 10 people in my way, I can't see the line. Huh? Yeah, he's touched it there. Yeah, he's touched it.
As you heard there, I was really struggling to see the lines at this point. The camera can barely pick it up as well. The ball stayed in, the player touched it. Definitely a corner. But yeah, just couldn't see the lines after the rain.
Well done. Ball. He got the ball from around. It's a good tackle. No, around. No. It's a good tackle. Great tackle.
Let's take another look at that tackle. Did he go around or did he go through him? We know in the laws of the game you can't go through a player, otherwise it's a foul. Look at that. That's a great tackle in my opinion. Goes right around the player with his leg, not through him, gets the ball. Let me know what you think about that decision. (3-2) to heavy hitters is an upset on the card. Brilliant corner whipped in. That's a bullet header. No one is saving that.
Advantage.
And 2 back-to-back goals is 4-2. A bit of a heavy touch there. I'll explain why I played advantage as well. From this point, the player was getting his arm pulled. So to get your arm pulled and to finish it like that, that's a great finish. 4-2 to heavy hitters. And we're going to see the celebration. A bit of a silly one in front of the manager. Might land him a yellow card.
That was very silly. That was very silly.
He's my mate.
You can't do it.
I'm celebrating.
Huh?
I'm celebrating.
I know you're celebrating, but that was silly.
What
That was very silly.
What did he do? Come celebrate. What did he do?
He slid right in front of him. The teams don't know. That could have caused anything there.
They all know me.
So, I don't. So.
It's 4-3. The comeback is on. Cross whipped in. Great corner. I don't really know what happened. The wind held the ball up and then just kind of headed it in. Free header. Shocking defending. 4-3.
Two there. Two. We'll have it here. There's an advantage and you've got it here instead of there.
Both of them dangerous.
Don't need to speak to him. Need to speak to the second guy.
No, not speaking to. That's a bad challenge.
Please, let me do it. Let me do it.
He was last man as well.
It wasn't. This guy's right next to him.
Definitely wasn't.
Let me sort it out. Let me sort it out. Put the ball here. Put the ball here. Right.
That was cool. We were 50-50.
18. Let's go. Name, please. You was late. Terrible tackle. That was a bad tackle. Yeah. Okay, late tackle. The first one was a foul, but then you got him late, okay? There we go. That's all right. Don't push, just leave it. You've got the foul. Move away now. Move away now. Move away now. Move away, thank you. Move away. I'll do the wall, don't worry. Good tackle, both of you. You okay? You both went in. You both went in. You okay? Hey! Get off the pitch. Get off. Get off the pitch. Off the pitch. Off the pitch. Let's go. Yeah.
Let me just explain why none of the heavy hitters lot were happy. It's from Alexandra Knights' second goal, from when their player went down injured and they didn't kick the ball out. None of their players wanted them to kick the ball out, but he did. Good sportsmanship. And it's 5-3 to heavy hitters. Is the upset complete? A great pass by this midfielder to the winger. Didn't have to break his stride, and a great little finish. 5-3 heavy hitters.
Imagine you went 5 seconds earlier. Oh, that's quality football, boys.
So I'm just going to talk through this phase of play. You can see the winger keeps the ball in here because the lines were so bad and the way he stopped. I thought it went out for a throw-in. You can see the sideline, not happy with that decision. I admit it didn't go out as I can see on the camera, but the lines were so difficult to see. Just going to speed it up here because from that throw-in, Alexandra Knights, you can see they gain quite a few yards. They lose the ball, so heavy hitters have it. Then heavy hitters lose the ball. So Alexandra Knights on the ball, so going to speed it up just a little bit more. So the striker now is on the ball, the number 10. What can he do with it? He beats that player, beats another one, and he finishes it into the bottom corner. So from that throw-in, Knights score. Just take another look here. It's a great little finish. Not saying it's all my fault, but from giving that throw-in, they went on to score. So I've got to take some blame for it.
Yes, Marty! Get the ball! Win it back! Don't let it out! Don't let it out! Yeah! Come on! Come on!
And that's the full-time whistle. It's finished 5-4 to heavy hitters. That's a big win for them considering the standings before the match started. Tough game to referee, lots of shouts, very competitive. Heavy hitters went 4-2 up, 4-3, then 5-3 up. Then I gave that throw-in at 5-3. Oh, that was shocking. I was standing, and because the lines of the pitch weren't the best, I thought it went out and the player stopped as well. So I gave a throw-in, and then they scored from it to make it 5-4. But heavy hitters held on to the win. Gave a couple of yellow cards as well, one for the celebration right in front of the manager. But he said he was friends with him, but still could have called something. And then 2 bad tackles, which resulted in a yellow card. But one of my toughest games to referee as well. The teams seemed fairly happy after the game with my performance. Not too sure about Knights, but thought I'd done well. Couple of dodgy goal kicks and corner kicks, throwing calls I gave. But I think the fouls I've done pretty well with. Let me know how you think I've done in that game. Championship clash. So it's very high up in the Barnet Sunday League. So yeah, difficult one to referee like I said. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Wrestled, and we'll see you next week for another game.